all aboard and welcome to our podcast, GoddeSShips. So, before we begin the show, I want to make a quick announcement. I have found someone, and this person is very special. I told them that I would make the announcement tonight. I am in love with April Fools.
I wasn't prepared for this. I was like, what? This isn't on the script. What am I supposed to be doing right now?
I know it's late, but our topic tonight is Foolships. April Fools. Have you been the fool for love? For those of you who are returning, thank you for returning and your continued support. Welcome back. And for those of you who are just joining us, welcome and we hope to see you again. Goddesses and guys, please remember that we are also available wherever you listen to your podcast, including Spotify and iHeartRadio. And as always, you can watch us here on YouTube. I am Keely, the Soul Snatching Goddess.
Yeah. The April Fool's Goddess.
Because your face was like, what?
Yeah, I was so confused. Because I'm Melinda, the FACK-Goddess. And I didn't know them facts. F.A.C.K.T. We want to thank you for joining our episode tonight. We want you to like, share, and subscribe to our podcast. Bang on the notification bell so that you will be one of the first people to be notified when we have new episodes.
And this evening, FloydGod is not with us. So we'll see him next week. All right, time for some shirt cam. So in honor of being the fool, once you have been the fool, you say, to whom it may concern. Thanks for the experience. Our time has expired and now exit my life. Because I ain't going to be no fool no more.
Oh. That speaks for us all.
Might as well not be. Well, April Fool's Day is an annual custom on April the 1st, consisting of practical jokes and hoaxes. Jokesters often expose their actions by shouting April Fools at the recipient. But tonight we are taking a different approach, and we're talking about being a fool in or for love. Because everybody plays the fool sometimes. Ain't no exception to the rule, as the song say. So we're gonna talk about some times that we played the fool, and see if we learned anything from the situation. So would you like to go first?
Oh Lord.
Ooh.
What do I want to share?
No. Yeah. What do you want to share?
I definitely was a fool in my very first what I thought was relationship, because I was green and thought I was gonna get married and have the white picket fence and the 3 children and
3.
Yeah, that was what I used to think. I was gonna have 3 children. Oh. I think because my mother had 3 children.
Okay.
But yeah, that was just nothing. None of that happened at all. My first love was the first dud.
Oh Lord.
So, yeah.
Not first dud.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing that I thought it was, unfortunately.
So how long did you play the fool?
So when we first got together, and then years later, he came to me. So I would say, like, when I was 19, and then probably about 3 or 4 years later, he came to me like the current situation he was in was over and it should have been me. And so I was still green and still had that hidden love, first love thing going on. So, yeah. I think it was about 3 years later. And that didn't last long either. The truth always comes to the light.
Of
Like
course.
it was I was real cool with his mother. It was again, it seemed like, oh, okay, we finally where we should be. But it was just temporary. Um he ended up marrying, like, I remember we got into an argument and went to this club, and he used to tell me he didn't like to dance. And so he went to the club with his guys. I went to the club with my girls. He had like paid my way in and everything, gave me money, that type of thing. But I look up and he's slow dancing with a chick. Yes.
Wait a minute. Why would he know you
there? Yeah. So
that's because he know that poodle in you.
I know.
And that pit bull is gonna be like, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can I cut in?
So I left. You know me. I literally left out of the club and went and sat in the car. Was waiting because I was there with my cousins and other people. So I was just waiting for it to be over. So my one cousin, who is a pit bull, went ham in my place. And he came out in the car. I was like, why you do that? Why? I said, I ain't do nothing. I just came outside. He was like, I wouldn't do nothing. And we broke. I said, no, I didn't know we broke up.
Wait a minute. He told you broke up after he paid your way in the club?
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah.
I would have said you tried it, sir.
Because he was the type, he would be mad, but he would still be like a gentleman, so to speak. If you know what I'm saying, like, in terms of like he ain't gonna get mad and not give me no money or get mad and prevent me from doing something we planned or whatever. But it wasn't no talks on us broke up. That was just him talking and validating what he was doing.
Slow dancing in the club, baby. Miss Lovely 38 said, LOL. Oh no, ma'am. But I wouldn't have went and sat in the car. Oh,
because you play them games? I know you wouldn't have.
You want to play them games? Let me a slow dance on the slow grind would have been all the way down to the floor, baby, because these knees probably would have been good back then. Baby, you would have got all of it. All of it.
Girl, no, I ain't do
make who mad.
I didn't do none of that.
Oh, that's Tasha. Hey, Tasha.
Hey, Tash. So, yeah, that probably was the first time. Ooh, and then one other time, it was a physical thing with this guy, but I was like, I was gone, and it wasn't this time it wasn't like an in love. It was more like an in lust, and like I got it, like an addiction, like I gotta have it. So he moved from Elkhart to Fort Wayne. I would drive to Fort Wayne. Trust
me, I know about them driving.
And so I remember one time I went up there and it didn't really know nothing about this man. He could have been married. He could have been trisexual. It could have been anything going on with him. I had no clue. And the one time I went to see him, he was like, I got to go to court in the morning, right? So we had a room. I had a rental. We go to court. They took this man to jail.
Locked up, won't let him out. Girl, was you waiting on him?
No, girl, I was looking like, oh, now you know me. I'm a poodle. I said,
no, I'm saying like, so you was in the courtroom when they took him?
I was in the courtroom.
Girl,
we was both in the courtroom. They called his name. He went up. You know how it is when people get arrested. They ain't going home. He went up there. And the judge was like, "Oh, you something hit that thing, that gavel." The bailiff, sheriff, whatever you call them, came with them handcuffs, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was so glad I had the rental because I was able to get on back to.
Look, church finger. Let me get up out of here.
I don't know him, sir. I don't know what his. I don't even know what his real name. No.
Tamika said, "Hey y'all, hey Tamika." Oh, girl.
It's been some times, girl, where I didn't play the fool.
You said, Melinda, you can write a book on your encounter.
Yeah, I really can. Oh my God. I really can.
Oh, ooh, wee. Let me see. So mine and my biggest one was with my baby daddy, Lord Jesus. Because he started out great. He had a job, apartment, car. He was present with his son. Then I don't know what happened, but he took a left turn
Things
and
went seriously awry.
awry. He went way left, baby. I don't know what it was. It took some years for him to go left
Mm-hmm.
because when I was pregnant with Eddie, like I didn't have to work. I was a stay-at-home pregnant, not even a mom. And
Mm-hmm.
then Lil Rico came and stayed with us. So I was a stay-at-home pregnant mom. And he handled all the bills and bought me a little car and all kind of stuff. He was a stand-up dude. Now, who he is today, I don't know that ninja. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know who that ninja is. He can't hold on
Mm-hmm.
to a job, a cup of water, nothing. I don't even know. But anyway, but he turned jealous. He got irresponsible. He was lazy. And I
Who
think my
this
foolish
is?
part was trying to hold on to a family unit that he
Mm-hmm.
obviously didn't want. And I was trying
Mm-hmm.
to force holding on to it. It even changed me because I was angry and cussing and arguing back and forth with him. And
Mm-hmm.
that didn't used to be me because I'm this ball of light. I ain't got time for this.
Right.
So it was just, it just had dimmed all of it. Just,
Mm-hmm.
but, and I ain't got checks right now to this day because of that nigga. I don't got not a check, book, check, period, because of him. It had a whole, when I left out of there, I had a whole bunch of insecurities and doubts and all kinds of stuff. And the blessing though was when I met my husband Daryl, he was real patient and allowed me to work myself back to me and
Mm-hmm.
do all those things. Cause somebody else could have been like, baby, I ain't got time for this shit.
Right.
I'll
Right.
see
You
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 later.
was
Peace out.
damaged.
Yes.
You was
And he was very patient and let me work that out. So I was very glad about that and grateful to him for sticking through it because baby, I was hell when he first got with me.
mm-hmm.
Ooh, he was like, I don't do all that arguing. We ain't finna do all that arguing. We're gonna talk this out. You're not
Right.
gonna go to bed mad. We're gonna
Right.
talk it out. And I'd be like, I don't want to talk right now. He was like, too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
All love.
Right.
I was like, oh, he
You're not
making
gonna
me
make me
sick.
turn.
He like, oh, he making me sick. But I was like, no, he healing. He healing you, girl. Go on, get your healing. Go on.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so, but that was good. I ain't gonna say our marriage was perfect because we
Mm-hmm.
had our stuff, but it was perfect for what it was with us, period.
Mm-hmm.
All that. And it helped
Mm-hmm.
me to heal a lot of stuff that I had going on. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad about that. But boy, ooh. And I'm gonna tell you one other thing is Daryl Shaw saved my baby daddy from a whole lot of cuss outs. Woo! Baby, it was gonna be some windows bust and some cussing out. And he's like, don't do it. Just let it go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was like, why? Why should I let it go?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He was like, because what's the point? What is it gonna do? I was like, he'll be sleeping in the cold because I was about to go over there with my helmet and bust all the windows out their house.
Oh, I'm so glad he stopped you.
Ooh,
Lord.
baby. And I was gonna damn to call anybody.
Oh Lord.
I was the girl, I was savage and crazy. They don't understand. I have two sides.
Oh, I understand. I just said thank God you didn't.
Oh, he almost got it though. I did sneak and ride over there one time though. But it wasn't my fault. It was not my fault. So we was we was in Florida. We was on vacation. Had a great vacation. He's supposed to get the kids when we came back through town. I called him. I'm like, hey, we on our way back. I'm gonna drop the kids off to you. You know, it's your time. He like, oh no, cause we ain't got no food. You ain't got no food. What the hell y'all eat? Y'all
Mm-hmm.
eat something. I said, and you don't have them on the regular. What you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Get the kids. It's your time to get
Mm-hmm.
the kids. So he thought I didn't know where he lived.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he don't talk crazy when he know I know his location. Cause he know
Mm-hmm.
I will pull up.
Mm-hmm.
So he thought I didn't know where he lived. He did all this. Oh, you did. So he hangs up the phone on me. Oh, this what you doing? This what you thought you was gonna do? Okay. So he hung up, and I'm sitting in the room. The kid, him, Daryl and the kids are down at the pool. They come back up. He could tell that I was upset. I ain't even say
Mm-hmm.
nothing. He saw it. He's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Come on, step outside, talk to me," because he keep stuff away from the kids. They ain't got nothing to do with that. I go outside with him. I tell him what's going on. He like, why is you worried about that? If he don't want to get the kids, he ain't got to get the kids. They here.
Mm-hmm.
We enjoying our time. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm listening to you. We cool. Bro
Mm-hmm.
home like wasn't that wrong. The whole however many hours it took us to get back from Florida. We was like in Orlando or lower. So 8 hours. Nothing. I'm good. We get back. I said, oh, I need to go put some gas in the rental car. I'll be back. I leave.
He should have known then.
He called my phone like 3 minutes later. Wait a minute. Where you going? I said, going to put gas in it. He said, don't be lying. I said, I'm on the way over there because he got me messed up. And we about to get this straight. He like, don't go over there. Come back and get me. No, I don't need you to go. I need you to stay right over there because I got this. And when I pulled up, I honked the horn because I knocked first. He answered the door. I honked the horn and I made the thing go off on the car. Bloop, 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 bloop. Honked the horn. And he finally come outside. Oh, how you know where I stay? Don't worry about how I know where you stay. Just know that I know where you stay. And you thought I did. So
Mm-hmm.
we're not gonna play them games about no hang up or none of that because you thought I couldn't put my face in your place, in your space, but I'm here. Now say what you were saying on the phone. All that reckless talk. And his woman at this time came out. She had her little bathrobe on with half her bra showing. She was like, no, we don't need to be doing this outside in our neighborhood. I said, would you tell your man to learn how to talk to people? Because he know how to talk to me on a regular. He's going to continue to know how to talk to me. He can talk to you and anybody else that way, but not me, baby. I said, so go on back in the house because your bra showing and get out of here while you worry about what your neighbors see. They going to see you half naked outside. So go on back. I said, now, do I come to y'all house at any other time unannounced or anything else? She's like, no. I said, exactly. So stay out of it. Be good. Be blessed. Down back in the house.
Girl, you was out of pocket.
Didn't care. Didn't care not one bit.
And all of that led from him at some point in time, you playing the fool.
Playing the whole fool.
Okay.
And then I started acting the fool. But then I brought all that back in and let it go. Because it was everything Daryl was saying was true. It wasn't gonna make no difference. He still wasn't gonna do what he was supposed to be doing. So cutting up didn't make a difference. But I just felt better.
That was the pit bull in you.
I just felt better that day.
Mm-hmm. Any other times?
Any other times I was just kind of young and just doing dumb stuff. It wasn't really playing the fool because I was privy to the foolishness that was going on. We was both being foolish in all of the stuff we was doing. Just being out there being reckless with no regard.
What?
And most times because I really was upfront with dudes back then, and I still kind of am now. But just upfront, when I ain't with the foolishness, I ain't got time for the BS. If you just coming over here trying to get some, say that. You don't know if that's what I want or not. And I will tell you if it is or if it ain't, if you ask. And we go from there. So most times we ain't have to play the fool because I wasn't in love.
Right.
I was just doing what I do when I do what I do.
Oh Lord.
And I used to have a team back then. I need to get back into team mode, but it's hard because I don't want to be in team mode. But these ninjas make you want to be out in build a dude land. Like you really got to build a dude. You got to find one that's responsible. You got to find one that want to take you out. You got to find one that's got good sex, and you got to find one that whatever else you need. Like you got to piece them together because one don't got all of it,
Right.
or one don't want to do all of it.
Right.
So you have a team, and you know who to call for what. I be trying to pick one, but they don't want me to pick one. So, you add to the team. All the teams play their positions. You let them play their position.
Anyway, this is on playing the fool, not playing your position. So I guess they be playing the fool for you. I'm confused right now.
I mean, if you're upfront enough, they know their position.
Okay.
It's just, are they willing to play it? Is the question.
That's for another show, as FloydGod would say. It's a whole other show. Teamships.
Yes, get you a team, baby.
Oh Lord.
Add them up, add them on, get a roster. Have you had any other ones? And then I feel like the reason for our podcast starting, that was a little bit of playing the fool too, because I should have let that shit go too a long time ago. But I was a little hooked on what was going on when it was going down. Ooh, that was a hook ship. What Keya said, a hooker.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, I was a little stuck, but we got our senses back. Had to find it, but we got it back. Oh, whew, I ain't got no more. That's about it. That's about all.
Anybody in the audience got? Did anybody in the audience play the fool?
Ain't nobody said they done played the fool. I don't think they want to admit to playing the fool. Mikey's World said hi. Hi, Mikey.
Hey.
Whoever you are, welcome. First time on the show. Have you played the fool, Mikey? In love, out of love, for love, any of that? Tasha, Tanika.
Where Lele?
He said this is Belkis Trewin, by the way. I'm on my kids' channel. Oh, that's why it says Mikey's World. Okay. Well, welcome.
That was funny.
Not on your kids' channel. They let you see this on your kids' channel. I be marking out stuff not for kids.
Oh wow.
Well, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I mark it, so that's all I can say.
Yeah.
I do my part. Now
your part is done.
Oh, he said Melinda and I met at Cody's house for New Year's.
Oh, hey girl, hey.
Oh, I'm saying he.
I was like, that sounds. Yeah, that's a female. I was like, that sounds so familiar. Welcome to the podcast.
Said no, I just don't have another account. LOL. And that's fine.
Thank you for joining.
Yes, we are glad you're here. Thank you for joining. Oh. Hi. That's what somebody was probably when you met her. Hi.
No, I don't think so. Oh, well, yeah, I probably will. Oh, okay. Yeah. I
So
saw
yes,
your
I saw
post on
your post
Facebook.
on Facebook.
Thanks, love.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you
Yes.
joined.
Yes.
So, have you ever watched somebody play the fool and there was nothing you can do about him or her realizing they were the April's fool joke?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do tell.
Oh, she said, I love like-minded women.
Thank
Thank you. Oh,
you.
here we go. My last relationship, I made sure my mate was happy as well as myself. And if that made me a fool, then so be it. I love hard and I'm just about us both being happy. Of course, that did not. Oh well.
Oh well.
And Belka says, yes, I have.
Okay.
Hmm. Um, so no, like, well, going back to Tasha, them being happy, you being happy, I don't think that's you being the fool. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It just isn't meant to be. So I don't think that's you being the fool because that's what's supposed to happen. But as long as they making you happy while you making them happy, then it's all good. And then if it don't work out, it just don't work out. Let me see. She said Melinda no.
Mhm.
And
I
let's see.
know.
I have seen someone play the fool. I spoke up and lost a friend. Ooh.
Mm.
Because sometimes they don't want to hear it.
Mm-mm.
You can tell them, you can say it, and then you don't, you can't go back and be like I told you.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
worse because that's like pouring salt in the wound. But ugh, it's it's hard to see somebody going down that road and you can say something and it may cause you to lose a friend, or they may try to start looking at stuff, or it can turn out where they start looking at stuff and then if they don't continue in the relationship, they'll blame you because they like,
Mhm.
I didn't even see none of that, and we would have still been together that day had you not told me to blah blah blah.
So
Yeah.
I know for me personally, I ask all the females in my life, okay, if like for instance, to me, playing the fool could be if you keep dealing with somebody and know they're cheating.
Mm-hmm.
So to that point, I ask the females in my life, if you are with a dude that you love and adore, and I am privy to the fact that he is cheating, do you want me to tell you? Because some females want you to tell and some females don't.
Now that's the truth.
So I just want to know from each individual because I don't want to do that whole you knew and you didn't say nothing if you want me to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing though. Sometimes they may say, I want you to tell me, and it's a lie.
Not none of my people. I don't know other people's relationships, you know.
Sticky said we have all played a fool somehow or some way.
I
True.
believe that.
And right, even now I'm trying to let go of a situation where I know it is not gonna go where nowhere. And I think they really trying to play me and play on my emotions. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. I played the fool with my first son's father. I still can't believe what I did. That's way true, but asking and getting upset. Yeah. But to Tasha's point, I when I first lost my husband, it was a whole lot of people in my DMs. And like it was one particular guy. I was putting up like memories of stuff that he and I used to do because we used to post and stuff. And so you talking about, oh, let's do the stuff that I'm looking that I know I posted a memory of what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And now you calling me talking about let's do this, let's do that. It ain't your thoughts, your something that you want to do. You just
You
looking at
biting off of what you saw me and my husband doing.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grieving, but I ain't lost, baby.
Right.
I
Right.
see what you're doing.
Right.
Let's see. She said, right, Melinda, I had people tell me about my ex, and because I was walking around with blinders on, I refused to see it. I felt it, but I love the person.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's hard because that's
Mm-hmm.
probably why I kind of was holding on to that baby daddy situation for as long as I did, because I was just like, oh, because Daryl and I actually had hooked up, got together, hung out, and then old Ninja came sniffing back around, and I was like, I'm gonna try to give my baby daddy another chance.
Mm-hmm.
And went back over there for no reason, wasted some more time.
Mm-hmm. But your heart had to be sure. Or
But the thing
mine or
was,
one.
I don't know what it was, because
Mm-hmm.
it was gone. It should have been gone. It
Mm-hmm.
should have been done. It was done. It was
Mm-hmm.
just ugh. I respect the fact she acknowledges she did that. Oh yeah, it was. Oh, I shouldn't have went back though. And don't let Emma May talk about it, baby. You were just acting so dumb and stupid for that man. I don't understand why.
She went beyond calling you a fool.
She was telling the truth though.
Mm-hmm.
She was telling the truth.
Like I've seen, like, there's an example I know of a female that um so she left a relationship and got with somebody that was known as like a womanizer and having many women and that type of thing. But I think she thought she was the exception to the rule because he proposed. And
Mm.
I think a lot of women need to realize, just because somebody asks you to marry them doesn't mean they're going to be on the straight and narrow after you get married, if they're not already that way before.
Mm-hmm.
And had she has females in her immediate circle that have slept with her husband, and this was prior to them getting married. But still, like, I don't think we're gonna be able to hang out like that tight,
And
and
that, oh, not in the immediate.
and not just one. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. He still was cheating for a few years. I don't know if he still currently is, but it was like everybody around her knew. And it's like, why don't you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody slipped.
Sometimes you just put on them blinders. You don't. You
Yeah.
want to be in love so bad that you don't want to see what you see. You see
Mm-hmm.
it. You see it. It's like that meme where that girl be like, God, show me a sign. And he put it in your face. He be like, God, show me a sign. And he hit you in the back of the head with it.
Yeah.
And you still don't see the sign because you don't want to see it. You put
But it
them
was like to
blinders.
the point where certain of her friends didn't want to be around her for fear that he might try to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? That's how deep it ran. And it was like, girl, I don't, again, that would be an example to me of somebody playing the fool. And it's like, why? What are you getting out of this?
Well, you don't know what she was getting out of it. She might have been financially getting something out of it, or emotionally getting something out of it. I don't know.
It wasn't financial like that.
Tasha said, thank y'all for giving the platform to let people release what is going on in their minds and in their hearts. Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you.
And there is this is such a good podcast. Thank you,
Thank
baby.
you.
Yes, very true. You can't change a man with bad habits. She had the red flags in her face. Her problems are deeper.
I agree.
Insecurities and family traumas can also
Cause
cause
that.
that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
true.
Mm.
That's true. Some people do play the fool because that's all they know to do. That's their learned behavior. So I
That's
agree
what
with
they
that,
saw.
Belton.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Woo, but and that was another thing too. That was another part to why I knew all of that had to be let go, because I literally had changed to being so angry
Mm-hmm.
and yelling and the back and forth. And I'm like, my kid, I wasn't raised like yelling and back and forth and arguing environment. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna let my kids be in that either.
Mm-hmm.
And also, that ain't me.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing has changed who I am. That don't need to continue to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So let me exit stage left.
That's a very good point about trauma too, Belkin, because some not taking it lightly about anyone that is experiencing any type of trauma from, you know, being in a relationship they probably should not. But people can experience um mental and emotional abuse from quote unquote playing the fool. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess, like you said, Keely, you never know what they're getting out of it. But when women are in abusive relationships, if it gets to that extent, um, there's, you know, layers of reasons of why they stay. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And that's something to really process, because it may look like to us that they're playing a fool, but it could be as extreme as being in an abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely hope that that's the situation for anybody they can get the help that they need, because
Mm-hmm.
that's definitely a little more serious than emotions.
Most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Belkis said, wrong one. Said I was toxic when I got married. I had to learn my husband loved me.
Mm.
Mm. And she said it was my past trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. That can, like I said, it took me a while to decompress from being in that relationship over to when I got with my husband. It was
Mm-hmm.
night and day. Like we very rarely like argue. Like, yeah, like, you know, it might have been, I can count them on one hand
Mm-hmm.
the times that we actually argued opposed to having a conversation about what was the problem and resolving it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it was what it was. It takes a lot, and it takes some healing and some getting over and some prayer. She said, also, my parents' relationship caused me trauma. All I saw was my dad beat my mom and cheat. I always had that negative thought when I got married. I needed a lot of therapy.
Mm.
Then the thing about is the first man we love is our fathers. And for me, my
Mm-hmm.
father went out of the relationship with my mom. So I wonder if this may be why I tend to choose people that do the same thing.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, oh, that's good. That's a good. Those are both great points, because even though I had a quote unquote stepfather, I don't call him that. I call him my father. But I'm just for the dynamics of this conversation. I had a stepfather since I was um 4 years old, but there's a time period, like Tasha was saying, when a young girl is supposed to literally fall in love with her father,
Mm-hmm.
and she is taught how to love, how to be loved, how to be treated by a man through her father.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when that tender time came for me, I was so busy rejecting my stepfather's love because he wasn't my biological father, that I missed all of that. And so my the very first time I had somebody tell me I was cute, I was in love, so to speak. You know,
Mm-hmm.
my first was a Southern gentleman, you know, and they are different. I don't know if people want to believe it or not, but it's the difference between a Southern man and a Northern man, so to speak. They
Mm-hmm.
have a little bit more of, I guess, a little more chivalry, so to speak, between the two.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I can't. First of all, I've been plus size most of my life, so when he was, I'm like, he talking to me. Not that I had low self esteem or anything, but
Mm-hmm.
I just was still like, oh, okay, all right. And then it went from that to, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Just dripping off of everything that he said,
Mm-hmm.
because the type of culture he came from.
Mm-hmm.
He knew what to say and do. He truly knew what to say and do to a woman to make her be excited, or attracted or whatever. And then, even my mama liked him at first, you know what I'm saying? And everybody just was like, oh, he's so this and he's so that. And I was like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? But as I grew and matured in life and in relationships, I could look back and say another reason I was so hooked is because I was also looking for my father's love in men. So I always wanted to be the touchy feely, hugging and kissing all the time, just showing overly affectionate because I literally was looking for the wrong type of love in men. So that is so crucial what Tasha was saying. If you don't make that initial connection, it can be detrimental for you, and you can play the fool a lot of times in relationships because you lost in the sauce and don't even realize what it is that you're looking for, nor what you even deserve as far as love from a mate is concerned.
Yeah. Bill has said she just finished dinner. She has to go feed the kiddos. Bye. Thank you again for coming on and your good comments. Tasha said facts. And she said therapy helps a lot with that. Yeah. But yeah, and I think another part to probably why my mama was so like, why was you still stuck on that whole relationship thing with him was because I didn't have that with my daddy. My daddy was the dude that was the provider. He was there. He was the calm, talk through stuff person. And I am and still will be a daddy's girl. So she just didn't understand none of that after. But like I said, he started out good. So we was all right. And then it was just like, oh, let me see. She said, that is what is helping me to grow now. I need, and she was like, oops, wasn't done. And she sent us some nice kisses. Thank you. Yeah, but it just, it was, I don't know, like it just took me a long time to snap out of it. But I think it was because he started out good and I was like, I know what he had the potential to be because he was that at first. So maybe he going through some stuff. Let me give him some time, try to get it together. Or maybe if I threaten that he ain't gonna have his family no more, maybe he'll get it back together. And it just never went there. Never got back there. Still ain't there. I don't know. But I feel like once he switched to whatever that was, it just seems like anybody that he gets with, he drags the energy out of them and them down. And it's so sad to see because I don't have anything against any of the women that he get with because he ain't for me no more. It's done. It's over with. I don't want him. But it's just to see like the next person that he got with. This woman had a nice apartment in Alpharetta. She was doing well for herself. She had a 2-bedroom. One of her bedrooms was strictly for her makeup with her makeup chair and all her stuff and whatever. And then you go from that to you sleeping on somebody's couch after you get with him. And it's like, how? Your car gets impounded multiple times. Like, y'all ain't got nowhere to stay. Like, how do you go from there to there from getting with a dude?
Right.
Y'all supposed to build, not go backwards.
Not tear down or
exactly. I don't get it.
So I found this article in marriage.com on marriage.com. It was written in December of 2021. And it says 15 signs you're a fool in love and what to do about it. So I thought I'd read this and see what everybody's thoughts were on it. I'm not going to read the article part. I'm just going to give the 15 things they say.
Okay, before you say it really quickly, let me get her comment. Okay. I need to look at my parents and how their relationship is now and how even though they separated, they still stay together for family events and whatever was going on with me growing up. They are content now, and they have always loved each other. Okay. Huh. Well, I guess it's a slight good co-parenting thing where they were there for your events and family stuff. Because I still go to their daddy family stuff, and because I get along with his family, and I make it very clear that whoever he's with, y'all need to gravitate to her, not to me. I'm just here with my kids and y'all side of the family, so they know y'all, and I'm cordial with y'all. But y'all ain't got to. No, y'all concentrate on his woman because that's who he with.
Yeah, that part of the chapter is closed.
Yes, and I make it very clear to them. I'm not here because I want him. I promise. Not in no parts. Not a little bit. Not no inkling. Here, family stuff and the kids, so they see their side of the family. That's it. All right, you can go ahead with your 15 points.
Number 1 is dropping the L bomb on the very first date.
Whoa. Is you even in love yet?
It says, did your partner say I love you on the very first date? What happened after that? Did you both have sex? Well, even if you didn't, it's not a smart move to say something so special the first time you meet someone.
I think I love you.
It says, things may feel awkward. Your partner probably tried to fool in love. This is also an indication of an unclear understanding of the meaning and weightage of the concept of love. Number 2, feeling like you're in love with more than one individual.
Facts.
A strong sign that you may be just a fool in love is if you have strong feelings for more than one individual. It means that you're probably confusing the meanings of lust and love. Maybe you're lusting. You may want a lot of options when it comes to being with someone, but love isn't a multiple choice situation. Well, I mean, it depends upon what type of relationship you're in, though, on that, because there are people that have poly relationships, so they have many loves.
That's what I was going to say.
3 says listening to people's opinions and understanding of love. As mentioned earlier, love is complicated. It is abstract as a concept. So different people have different interpretations of love. If you've given into other people's opinions of love, you're probably a fool in love. So it's not your own feeling. You're going off of somebody else's.
Tasha said facts.
4, disclosing too much about yourself too soon. It's good to express some vulnerability, but being vulnerable is not something that needs to be rushed. If you've been in situations where you will disclose way too much information, especially delicate information about yourself in the beginning stages of a relationship, you've probably been the fool in love.
Make them earn that.
Your potential partner knows way more about you than you about them. This goes hand in hand with disclosing too much private information about yourself from the get-go. When you reveal too much about yourself very quickly, you've probably tipped the balance. If you feel like you know very little about the one you're dating, but they know a lot about you, you're the fool in love. That was number 5.
So you rattling off all your good stuff, and they ain't told you a little bit of nothing.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. All right.
Look, you can't
bank with Bank of America. Oh,
somebody ask something about them, you be like, you know what? I don't even know. You know what? I don't know that either.
I did not think about it. Number 6, your partner doesn't invite you over to their place ever. That is not good.
Baby, where our flag at? Red flag.
It says, if it's been a while since you started dating your partner and they still haven't invited you to their place, it might be reflective of the fact that your partner isn't serious about you. And if they have been to your home several times and they still haven't considered inviting you over, that's another sign that you're a fool in love.
Things to make you go.
Like, why I can't come over?
Now that could be two ways though. That could be that's a double-edged sword, because it could be they ain't that into you, or it could be it's somebody in that house that you can't see.
That's true, but you still the fool in love though, because you like,
because you still going for it. You like, just come to my house. Don't worry.
Yeah,
you just come over here. Don't worry.
I know you're not ready.
But now, so I will say this. So because I am going to get back into dating, but I don't want every Tom, Dick, and Harry coming through my house and my boys see me with multiple dudes just coming over if I start dating again like that. That you're not coming to my house. We can meet and go out. And then if you're a potential person that I see is something possibly going somewhere, then you can come by the house. Because my kids gonna be like, who is this dude? And then I can tell them who you are.
But I feel like that's most of the time that is an honest conversation though. Like women with children will say, you can't come to my home because I have children and I don't let men, just come in and out like that. And then single men will normally still invite that woman over to their home if they start establishing some type of comfort zone and intend on continuing to see one another. So I get that.
But it'd be a lot of guys, they'd be like, that seems suspect, why I can't come over. Still.
Well,
like it didn't click.
But they can't say you're like hiding something. I mean, they can still feel like you are, but you're being upfront. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. That can get tricky.
Then I had one that was like, well, if I can't come to your house, you can't come to mine. I was like, that's cool.
Okay. We'll keep meeting in the middle.
Not even that. Why are we still talking? Because for you, if you single and you ain't got nobody at your house, why can't I come to your house?
I mean, but that's only fair. If he can't come to yours, you don't have to go to his.
I need to see if you single.
He needs to see if you single and got children.
And if he's worth it, he can come by and see that I'm single.
Well, when I start coming to see your kids, you can start coming to my house. Now, how can you ask for more? That is not fair.
Because I'm spoiled and I need to get what I want.
Well, then you're going to find that one. They're going to be like, okay, well, we still going to have the same timeline.
And guess what? We'll still meet in the middle, but don't be mad because you're constantly taking me out because this is what you requested.
Hey, and I'm okay with that.
And I will be too. Okay. Girl, when I reflect back on my situation, I was a side chick for a year. Oh, I had a true narcissist. I allowed it to happen. The signs was there, but love intervened. Or what you thought was love. That wasn't love.
Definitely happens. It was on her part, though.
I mean, she felt like it was because he wasn't showing that love back. Love is mutual and together. It ain't one-sided.
7 says you haven't met anyone close to your partner. When being fooled by someone you love, you probably haven't met anyone close, be it a close friend or a relative of your partner. This is even more worrisome if you've been together for a long time and still haven't met their loved ones. It may be indicative of the fact that they're not very serious about your romantic relationship. Your partner may not have a long-term commitment with you in their mind. That's true. Because men are real hesitant to introduce you to anybody. And when you do get introduced and you hear that, what?
This is who? Oh my. Jason said, so why can't a man have a valid reason for wanting to invite a lady to his home? He can, but what is the valid reason? What is the reason? And she said, right, facts, Keely.
Get her, Jason.
She said, damn, Melinda, this is therapy for real.
Well, I am a psychology major. No.
So, Jason, what is the valid reason, though?
Yeah.
If she has kids, and that's the reason you can't come over, what is your reason? Are you doing tit for tat? Are you not trying to get to know her? Are you okay with just meeting in the middle? What's the reason? Give me the valids.
Oh, get her, Jason.
We waiting while you type. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, number 8, while we wait on Jason. You're being lied to about your partner's livelihood. A very direct sign of being played for love is if you have a strong gut feeling that your partner is lying to you about their livelihood. If your partner has been caught lying about their career, consider moving on.
He tell you where that money coming from, baby.
No. Just help me, girl.
Help me, girl.
I got you, sis. I got you.
Wow. Why would a person lie? Why would they do though?
Other than don't do that. You know these people lie all the time.
Other than a dealer, why would you lie?
No, because so you could work at a grocery store and say you're the CEO of a major law firm or something, of a major financial firm. That type of lying happens when people want to appear to have more money. That's just an example of why somebody would lie.
But at the end of the day, your pocket's not going to match your mouth.
Well, some people have Mercedes and live in them.
She said, OMG, this is so good.
If you think about it.
And that's the reason that I can't go to your home, because we ride
you got a Mercedes and live in it. But I'm just saying, that's a lie of your livelihood. You wearing that same that same navy and black suit over and over with a different shirt. Got me thinking you coming from your 9 to 5 and you coming about your Mercedes trunk.
No.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The nigga said I was a victim of that last one. He was a liar for real.
You're a liar.
Liar. Baby. Oh my God. But why lie?
Why lie about anything? But they do. Men and women.
Jeez.
Number 9, you've been cheated on. Although no relationship or person is perfect, one or more instances of infidelity is a direct sign that you're being played by your significant other. Frequent instances of infidelity where you've caught your partner betraying you are not good. Some people are able to forgive. I don't know if they forget, but they forgive and stay in it. The people that I personally know that have been involved in those situations, they don't forget. And it shows moving forward. So it's like, why do you stay in the situation angry? Because you didn't forget.
She said, "Woosa, woosa." So when I did remain in a after the cheating relationship, I told them, I said, "Listen, we should just go ahead and break up because I'm not going to forget this and I'm really not going to forgive you. I'm going to put you through hell and I'm probably going to cheat in your face. So let's just go on and let this go." And they was like, "No, I need another chance. I still want to be here." If you still want to be here and I done told you what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do if you stay. Go on and leave. Bye. I'm done at this point. So we were still there. And I did everything I said I was going to do and then some in your face.
Pitbull.
And he stayed and shit. Dude called my phone. He's sitting right there. And I said, "You need to be quiet because I'm about to answer this phone."
Well, then the role was reversed. He was the fool.
He was up.
Girl, you ain't told him be quiet?
Yeah. I don't need your manly voice in my background when I'm talking to the other dude.
Did he be quiet?
Yes. Not a peep.
For how long?
As long as I was on the phone.
And how many times?
As many times as he called.
Oh.
And then I would be like, "Oh, I'm finna go meet him to pick some money up. I'll be back."
Oh, this is seriously gone awry.
And you stay right there at the house.
What? Oh man, you the one need to be writing the book.
said after it was all over, I forgave him, but I will never forget. As much as he wants me back, it cannot happen ever again. No trust.
No trust. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I feel that. I do. Keely, you a mess. Okay, pimping. And they always try and say I'm the pimp. That's what I be saying on this show.
No, you are.
I am not.
Baby, you plans that penis from the top of that map to the bottom. No, 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 no,
That
no,
ain't
no, no,
pimping.
no.
That's just flying. They ain't got nothing to do with pimping.
Baby, roses and champagne and
Oh,
steak.
honey, those were back in
Baby.
the day when I was
Oh,
younger.
listen at you. Oh, that was back. That's what all pimps say. Oh, that was back in the day. That was in my old days. My old
Okay,
pimpalish.
we're getting off task. We're digressing. Number 10, ain't the pimp show. This we talking about fools and all that. One word replies to your messages. Are you always initiating conversations via text? How do they respond? Go through your conversations with your partner and check how they respond. If one word replies are all that you can get, and they're all delayed replies, you're being played. It shows a pertinent lack of interest in a relationship from your partner's end. That I feel that.
That's true. All the way. Tanika said, once the trust is broken, you may as well call it off. It will never be the same.
It won't.
That's true. But you always gonna be in your mind questioning if something don't go right. It could be something little, and you like, you lying about that, and it can go to a whole nother level.
Because even like with your example, even though you were upfront and told him, and he decided to stay, for you, you were letting him know it's never gonna be the same. Like, I don't trust you, so I'm gonna do what I want to do because I don't trust you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for me, it's technically, I really don't know why you're here. You're here to be abused,
right?
At this point,
because that's what's gonna happen.
And I done told you to leave.
Because
I'm not moving with my kids. You can go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What
happened to Jason?
She said, "Yep." What hours later to respond? Oh Lord, that was me all day. Oh yes.
Yeah.
I send a message, some eyeballs, and I'd be like, oh, okay, so this is how you communicate? Got you.
So number 11 is they never call. Along with poor texting skills, if your partner rarely calls you or video calls you, it's another sign that they may not be serious about the romantic relationship. And unfortunately, it may show that they aren't ready for a proper romantic relationship. And if you've often gone through days or weeks where you tried to call them or contact them and they don't respond at all, you're hurting yourself. They aren't serious. They may just be considering this relationship to be a fling. Baby, not the weeks part. Nah, I ain't going to weeks. Nah, I probably didn't went days before, but you start talking about weeks. That 4 weeks is a month. That's a clear indicator.
You are.
It ain't too many.
They are not that into you.
Yeah, there aren't too many excuses you can make. You really are.
You've been messaging somebody else because right about now, everybody's phone is in their hand at all times.
Yes.
So you saw when I messaged you. You
hand,
chose not to
pocket,
respond.
purse,
you chose not to
wallet.
Respond.
You know. And at some point, you're gonna glance at your phone, even if you're doing something. You're gonna glance at your phone eventually. Number 12.
Jason disappeared on you, girl. He'll let it go.
I thought Jason's gonna get you.
That's what you thought.
Number 12. Your partner is often late to meetups and dates without any heads up. Life is busy, so it's understandable to be late sometime for meetups or dates. But if this happens very often or every time you decide to meet him, it's not good. This is very disrespectful. They probably don't even respect you enough to put in the effort to be punctual on dates or meetups. And not giving a heads up about being late is hurtful. Oh, that was something on the side to say, watch this video to understand how to react if he says the L word too soon. I wasn't doing that. So yeah, I get that. Like, where you at?
You sitting at the restaurant waiting on them.
Yeah.
For an hour. They ain't saying nothing.
And even when he invites you out, but wants you to drive all the time, how come you can't pick me up? What's going on with this? You asked me to come.
Well, I don't want to be picked up. I'm gonna drive, especially when we first getting to know each other. I'll never be stranded.
No, but this is into it. It's several meetups and dates.
Um,
Yeah.
I still would drive for right now.
Well, you a pit bull. I want to be picked up. In case I have a couple of drinks.
Oh, if we having a couple drinks, I'm driving myself because I need to make sure I make it home in one piece.
Because of what you'll do if you get drinks in you. Oh, number 13 says your partner forgets about a date nights and ghosts you.
Ooh.
When you're a fool in love, you've probably been ghosted on date nights, or you've heard your partner say that it completely slipped their mind that they had to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is disrespectful.
Yes.
I didn't hit something I wasn't supposed to. This is disrespectful and callous behavior. Again, indicative of the fact that they aren't relationship material. They may be immature or with you for their own benefit. True.
Very, very true. And facts, facts, and facts.
And
And
facts,
don't
facts,
get
and facts.
mad when you get called out about it, when you try to text after you done forgot. And
Yeah.
then you like, oh, I had so much going on.
Make a
That you
whole
couldn't
day.
that you couldn't text and say, I can't make it. Some came up. None of that. Then guess what? Next.
That really burns my bottom.
Grind your gears. Get you together.
How you forget about a whole date? Like that don't even make sense.
How you forget what the day is?
Yeah.
When you call to say you forgot about the date, you didn't even know what the day is. How about that? How about them apples? She said, love y'all.
Love you too, Tash.
Yes.
14. Nobody in your partner's circle knows that you exist. I'm sorry. Nobody in your partner's circle knows that you exist. It's all right to not disclose the fact that you're with someone in the very early stages of the romantic relationship. But if it's been several months and your partner still hasn't disclosed to their loved ones that they're with you, it's a warning sign. You may even be aware that you're a fool to love your situation. You may even be aware that you're a fool to love your situation. Yeah.
You gonna tell somebody.
You're like, Melinda, who? We've been dating like 6 months. Oh, you have?
No. You finally get introduced.
Oh, hey.
Not the person I've been telling you about. This Melinda. Oh, you must be new. No, I've been around a couple months. Couple months. You sure?
I'm gonna call an Uber now.
That's why I drive.
Look, I knew he was gonna say and the last one, 15, conversations about future plans are conveniently dodged. Maybe you've tried to initiate conversations about your future plans concerning your career or your relationship. How did they react? Do they conveniently try to talk about other stuff unrelated to future plans? If this has happened several times, it's time to realize and accept that they may be too immature for a long-term commitment. They may not be serious about the relationship or even perceive this bond to be a relationship. Okay. A fool for love is a fool for pain. It's true. Having read through all the subtle and direct signs that you're potentially being played, you may have figured out that you're getting yourself hurt. Well, you can protect yourself by learning how to stop being a fool. Remember the following points to stop yourself from being played for the sake of love by your partner. Don't settle for less. Have better judgments. Don't allow someone to treat you like an option. Understand your self-worth. And your partner is not being a fool for love, so why should you? Letting yourself get hurt and disappointed is not fair. Don't settle for poor treatment or someone who does the bare minimum for you. There you have
it. Amen, and amen.
There you have it.
And that's when you tell them, to whom it may concern. Thanks for the experience. Our time has expired. Now exit my life. Don't be no fool.
Any more comments from the gallery?
No.
The GoddeSShip gallery.
No. That is it. That is all.
All right.
And your boy that disappeared. He evaporated.
Man, I thought he was gonna come hard.
He evaporated. As Floyd said.
I thought he was gonna come hard.
Oh, you was hoping. Didn't happen.
Man.
Wait a minute. What in the Beyonce Beehive male bashery is this? Y'all acting out. There should be a part 2 of this. Well,
no. Because if the brothers wanted to be a part of it, the brothers should have been present.
Oh. What you got to say about that track, Jipper?
You want to jump on the last 5 minutes? You want to jump on the last 5 minutes? Talking about men need to be represented. Should have been present.
Well, the one that did say something, he said one thing and then
he disappeared. Oh,
he
tuck your tail and run.
He evaporated.
Yeah. I ain't got time for that evaporation.
But FACKTgoddess, you had such
I know, I was ready. I thought we was about to get this nice little debate going. He done disappeared off the whole show.
He said, "Stop the cap. Had a pressing emergency, so cut it out."
No part 2. No, we welcome a part 2 because
yes,
it was heavily saturated with women. This episode, and it would be interesting to see how men play the fool.
Yes.
Because from our perspective, it doesn't happen often. It's the woman that gets disrespected and hurt.
Let them tell it. It happens a lot.
And wait a minute. Let me back up.
Recover.
Because Soul Snatching Goddess clearly gave an example of where the male played the fool. Because she told him, "Be quiet till I'm done with this phone call." I said, "Be quiet."
Saturated like Niagara Falls.
Then she went on to hold a 30-minute conversation with the dude.
I didn't say it was 30 minutes.
Can I tell my story? Because he wasn't on here. And then she looked back and said, "Now I'm getting ready to go meet up with him. You watch the kids till I get back." And this wasn't the only time she did it.
No.
So, what's his name? Trap Jipper or what? Jipper?
Track Jipper.
Track Jipper. Have you played the fool?
Of course. Everybody has played the fool, as we said earlier. Ain't no exceptions to that rule, as the song says. But that is all I got. Is that all that you have?
I have my "I love you," but.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait.
I know he got something to say.
The Bro Hive will return to represent.
We can't wait. We can't wait. Bring some people with you because we had plenty over here.
Not bring the hive with you.
Bring the hive with you. Bring the Bro Hive with you.
With y'all picks.
Yeah.
And the fist. Well, it is time for I Love You, but we still need your suggestions. Let me see. As far as playing the fool, I will elaborate on part 2. We can't wait.
Yes, we can. Oh, play the fool.
Peach pie.
Oh, peach pie. That's for Tasha. Oh, peach pie. Play the fool. Oh, play the fool.
We still need your suggestions to be sent to the FACKTgoddess, and that is F-A-C-K-T goddess@gmail.com, which will be in the description below. Take it away.
So I decided to do it on fool. Now, fool can be a noun, it can be an adjective, it can be a verb. But in essence, one who is victimized or made to appear foolish. Or it can be a harmlessly deranged person or one lacking in common powers of understanding. So, for the purposes of our podcast episode tonight, I would say it's a person lacking in judgment or prudence because you're unable to decipher whether it's really true love, and you end up being played the fool if you can't determine that. So, for the love of God, please do not be the fool in your relationship. I love you, but
Well, are all hearts and minds clear?
they are until part 2.
Oh, well, before we wrap, not to bring the energy down or anything, but we do want to take a moment to remember our sister Keya, goddess of the coin. April 2nd made the 1 year since her passing. We miss her light, her love that she brought to our lives and podcasts, and just want to send her some love and kisses to heaven. Oh, he said, "See you soon, bro. Hive up, and we coming with Afro pics and hard."
Come on with it. Come on with it.
you
Track
you know what that
jump.
was? Afro pics and hard. Yeah.
We ready. We waiting.
We'll see you when we see you. When
We'll
you
see you in
come.
part 2.
Make sure you bring all the bros with you.
Hopefully, part 2 will be in 2022.
Oh, shots fired. Pow, pow. Bang, bang.
Look at her, the rib queen. Pow, pow, bang, bang.
Yes. I had to do that for Keya. You know, that was Keya live right there.
Oh, it sure was. And are those
Yes.
HU earrings that
yes,
I see?
they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
HU? You
know.
Keya Bill, we love you.
Most
Your spirit is
definitely.
here.
Yes.
And that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to start crying and all that.
Yeah, I just want to do a little quick little.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes our episode for this evening. Thank you all for joining us as we continue to do our best to give you the content you deserve. Feel free to keep the conversation going below in the comments. We do look forward to reading them and we respond. Again, thanks for watching. If you have not, make sure to thumbs up this video, share, tell a friend and tell a friend, subscribe, and bang that notification bell so you are notified when we have new episodes. We will see you next week on GoddeSShips at 9 p.m. Monday night on YouTube, and the next day on all of your other streaming services, because every ship matters. All ships ain't the same.
Oh, I was like, am I doing it? And life is lived on ships.
All right. Good night.